Okay, so what a trach looks like. So this is the size 6 extra long trach. So you could see it here on the flange at the front. Okay. This tube right here is where the air goes into the cuff, which is down here at the bottom of the trach. Okay. The air goes from the syringe into the pilot balloon, which goes through and then fills. So watch, I will inflate the cuff. So that's the cuff is partially inflated. That was only 8 cc's. Now the extra long trachs have a little bit of a bigger cuff than the standard trachs do. The standard disposable trachs, I should say. So this has like a lure lock system with the screw on syringe. Okay, so you just turn that on to place, and then we're going to fill it the rest of the way. All right, so that was another, I think I put it to 6 cc's, okay? So you can see how full that is. All right, you want to be careful not to overfill it. Just like any balloon, it'll pop. And I want to talk for a second about the function of a cuff, okay? Whenever I ask a group of students, what is the cuff for? That's my standard question, and I always get the response that somebody thinks that it's to hold the cuff in place, the trach in place. That is not what it's for. What it does do indeed is occludes the upper airway, so that when you breathe through this hole down into the lungs, which are down here, okay, you can't breathe out through your mouth and nose, which is up here, okay? It occludes the oral pharynx, upper airway, and makes it so that you can only breathe through that hole. Okay, why would you want to only breathe through that hole? Or why would you want to breathe through your mouth and your nose? Depends on what stage of weaning you're at. It also depends on your disease process, whether you're able to breathe on your own, pulling breath out of your mouth and nose and adding to the trach, or if you have absolutely no drive to breathe, and the cuff has to be inflated for the area of least resistance to be the lung and not out the mouth and in the nose. If you've ever had anybody blow in your nose, you know that all of a sudden the air comes shooting right out your mouth. It's not going to go down into your lungs. Why? Because the mouth is easier to escape the air out than the lungs are easy to fill. So if you were to try to blow air through this and the cuff is deflated and there is no drive to breathe, so bring in the breath down here, all of the air would go out this tube and then up and out the mouth and the nose, therefore wasting the breath. Person's not breathing enough. So the cuff does not hold the trach in place. That's the job of the flange. So now the flange is on the outside of the neck, see, like that, and these little holes right here are obviously to tie the tie on. So this is the extra long trach. Notice how long it is. Okay, it's about the length of my finger, from my thumb to the tip of my pointer finger. I don't have very big hands, so that's me. Now, inside of this kit, there's also this. All right, so that helps for inserting the trach into the airway. What it does is it smooths the edge of the trach and gives it like a streamline effect so that it could pop right in. Okay, so that's my little demonstration on what a trach looks like. I'll show you once we get to the rooms what the different trachs look like actually in a person. Okay, see you in a bit.